Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. Today's date is March 17th, 2024, and I've got some breaking news coming out here for you. We're going to be talking about the Houthi rebels in Yemen. This is Brigadier General Yahya Saree on your screen here. He's the military spokesperson for the Houthi rebels, and he's come out and said in a statement that we will impose a new military equation. Okay, so what does he mean by that? Well, they're announcing that they're going to expand their operations of attacking commercial ships as well as US and UK warships, military ships in the Indian Ocean, as well as attacking commercial ships going around Africa towards the Atlantic Ocean. So this is around Africa. Okay, so apparently they're going to be tightening their cooperation with Palestinians. So I don't know if these attacks are going to be coming from Africa or where they're going to be coming from, but they're going to try to attack these ships that are going around this alternative route, trying to go around Africa to avoid the Red Sea. So very big news coming out. But before we get into that, I want to show you a couple other things here that I think are important for you to know about. On the Jerusalem Post, Yemen's Houthis say they attacked a Pacific 01 ship in the Red Sea. So this just happened, I believe, on Friday, March 15th. So there was a attack here on Pacific 01 ship in the Red Sea with missiles. I don't believe it was struck. We don't have any injuries that were reported or anything like that. But there was missiles fired at a ship, another commercial vessel in the Red Sea. Okay, so Houthis, it says here, Houthis used drones to attack U.S. destroyers, said in a statement published by a group's military spokesperson. It did not give any evidence of such an attack. Apparently, they targeted a U.S. destroyer, according to Brigadier General Yahya Saree, I'm assuming, that they attacked a destroyer with more drones. Okay, so I'm assuming that's probably true, just because we've got information here on the Times of Israel. Okay, Houthis claim U.S. British strikes targeted Yemen's Al Duraymi district. So the Houthi-owned Al Masirah news outlet in Yemen reports 4 airstrikes were carried out by U.S. and British forces in the Al Duraymi district, south of the port city of Hodeidah, a short while ago. So the U.S. was just bombing Hodeidah just a few days ago, and now we've got reports coming out as of Saturday that this district here, Al Duraymi, was just bombed again, apparently, by U.S. and British forces here. So there was no immediate comment from either U.S. or British forces in response to the claims made by the Iran-backed rebel group. All right, so I wanted to share that too with you, that that's possible why we were seeing these attacks inside, well, next to the port city of Hodeidah again. So this is like the second time in the last week that we've had the U.S. and British forces bombing the port city of Hodeidah or near that region. Okay, so I also want to show you here on a map. Let's talk about this now. We're gonna revert back to this new military equation that Brigadier General Yahya Saree is talking about. So let me show you on a map here the shipping lanes that they're supposedly going to start attacking. Okay, so Yemen is right here. This is Yemen. Here's the Gulf of Aden. Here's the Bab al-Mandeb Strait and the Red Sea. Okay, so a lot of ships used to come through here, and they would go through the Red Sea right up here, up through the Suez Canal, which is up in this region here. So here's Suez, and the Suez Canal goes through here out to the Mediterranean Sea, where they go to, Europe or wherever they need to go from there. So it's a lot shorter for them to go versus going around Africa this way, down here. Okay. So what a lot of ships have been doing is diverting, instead of going through the Gulf of Aden and the Red Sea, they're going around Africa this way. Okay, they're going all the way around, adding about 1,300 extra miles to go around Africa versus cutting through the Suez Canal and the Red Sea. Okay, so the Houthis are claiming that they're going to start attacking ships in the Indian Ocean, which is down here. So I'm assuming a lot of ships probably they're cutting through this way. Whenever they're coming from maybe Singapore or China over here, they're cutting through here to go around Africa versus, going up here near Yemen and then down. So they're going to start targeting ships out here in the Indian Ocean. And then they want to start targeting the ships that are maybe they're coming from India or they're coming up here from the Persian Gulf, that the ones that are traveling down by Africa, they're going to start attacking ships. I don't know if this is going to start happening down here near the Cape of Good Hope. Here's Cape Town here. I don't know if they're going to start attacking from down here or where this is going to happen at, but they said the Atlantic Ocean, which is this region over here, but it could be here in the North Atlantic up in this area, or it could be down here, but I'm thinking it's more likely down near the Cape of Good Hope here in South Africa. So they're going to start attacking down here as well, I'm assuming, or I don't know if this is going to be along this way, but they're saying, again, Atlantic Ocean. So that's going to be in this region out here somewhere. So very big news here that they're going to be expanding their operations. That's how we know that whatever's going on over here in Gaza with Israel and all that, this is expected to go on for quite some time. Okay, if they're expecting to expand their operations, they're most likely going to do this because this is going to continue for a long time, is what I'm thinking. Okay, we do know that the Rafah invasion is expected to begin inside of Gaza here pretty soon. And once that begins, I think that's why they're starting to expand their operations too, because they're going to really step up their attacks here and start hitting ships really hard pretty soon. And it's going to make it more difficult for the US and Europe to defend all these ships if they have to protect multiple shipping lanes. Okay, it's going to be very hard for them to do this, and it's definitely going to affect international shipping. Okay, so let's go into this a little bit further. This is on Ynet News. We will impose a new military equation. Houthis raise stakes in maritime war against Israel. So it says here, after months of attacks in the Red Sea, Houthi military spokesperson Yahya Saree declared on Friday that the Iran-aligned Yemeni rebels will start targeting vessels in the Indian Ocean as well as the Cape of Good Hope route in the Atlantic Ocean near the southern coast of Africa. So maybe that answers our question right there of where these attacks will probably take place, is probably off the coast of South Africa. That's what I'm thinking, according to him. So this route, this route serves as an alternative for ships bypassing the Bab al-Mandeb Strait due to recurring Houthi attacks. Saree made these statements during a speech at Al Sabin Square in Sana'a as part of the support protest for Palestinians held every Friday in the country. This was the only second time since the war began that Saree delivered a military speech during the massive Friday demonstrations. According to him, the Houthi operations in the Indian Ocean will target Israeli ships, those linked to Israel, or ships heading to Israeli ports. So we do know that they're going to be attacking Israeli ships still. And also, as far as I know, US and UK ships as well. Okay. So the Cape of Good Hope route, now targeted by the Houthis, was previously deemed safe, leading ships to reroute there to evade potential attacks despite the substantial increase in travel distance and shipping costs. So think about that now. Now these ships are having to divert to try to not get hit by these missiles, right? And then it's costing them all kinds of extra money and time to do so. Now they're still going to risk getting hit. So we're almost looking at a complete blockade of shipping here. Almost a complete blockade, if not a complete blockade. In a speech Friday, the Houthi military spokesperson warned Israeli ships against using this alternative route, saying otherwise they will become our target. Saree claimed that the Houthi forces have already conducted 3 operations against 3 Israeli and U.S. ships in the Indian Ocean, using several anti-ship missiles and drones achieving their objectives. He emphasized that operations against Israeli ships or those heading to Israel in the Red Sea and Arabian Sea would continue until the aggression in Gaza stops and the siege is lifted. During his speech, Saree announced that Houthi forces attacked the vessel Pacific 01 in the Red Sea with missiles and U.S. Navy destroyers with drones, just like I talked about. Saree announcement was preceded by a speech on Thursday by Houthi leader Abdul Malik al-Houthi, who first declared the escalation and expansion of operations into the Indian Ocean. So I guess he was the one who declared it first. This is him right here. We announced the prevention of Israeli ships' passage from the Indian Ocean and South Africa toward the Cape of Good Hope. The forces in Yemen will continue to fight in support of the Palestinian people, he proclaimed. He further said that his organization intends to extend operations to places the enemy does not expect. So maybe it is really going to happen off of Africa, South Africa here. In his speech, al Houthi also critiqued Muslim countries for their supposed failure to supply weapons to Hamas and praised Iran for doing so. A military source from the Houthis, officially known as Ansar al-Allah, told the Hezbollah-affiliated Lebanese newspaper Al Akbar that the rebel group's declaration of expanding their operations against Israel into the Indian Ocean is just the first step, which will be followed by further stages, including preventing U.S. and British ships from passing there. So it goes on to say here, Ali al-Kahum, a member of the group's Supreme Political Council, told the Lebanese paper that extending operations from the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden to the Arabian Sea and the Indian Ocean comes as part of the escalation of the war in Gaza. We will impose a new military equation outside the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. Many surprises await in the near future. So this must be one of the surprises that they're talking about, okay? They've been coming out many times, the Houthis, stating that they're going to be launching many surprises here. So we do know, we had reports that they potentially have a hypersonic missile now, or very close to having them. They tested one recently and had a successful test. So yeah, lots of big surprises here. And really think about this. If this shipping lanes, if these really get shut down here, or, you know, we have really difficult times getting these ships to where they need to go, this is going to be a big problem here. And I think what this is going to lead to at some point is military intervention in Yemen. And will the US and the UK do that? I don't know. I don't know if they would actually go in boots on the ground in Yemen, but it's coming down to the wire here, folks. I mean, this is not looking good. If they're able to successfully shut down shipping here, I mean, think about it. It's really the only other way they can go is around Africa, aside of the Suez Canal. So I don't know. Are they going to divert and go around the other direction, all the way halfway around the world? I don't think so. I don't think they would do that. There's no way that could happen. I think before that would happen, we would see military intervention here from the US and UK and potentially other European countries. Okay, so this is pretty big news here. Once this begins, this is going to cause a lot of problems for international shipping. We're going to have more ships targeted and struck. People are going to be dying. And this is going to drive up prices around the world, all at a time where a lot of countries are struggling right now. So really think about that. This is some really, really big news right here. And I wanted you to see this and be aware of this and understand the effects that this is going to bring, okay? If you thought inflation was bad before, it's going to become much worse in the future if something isn't done about this. And obviously the simple thing here to do would be to have Israel stop attacking Gaza. But as we know, Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister, said he's not going to do that. They're going to keep going into Rafah here pretty soon, the last city in the Gaza Strip, to eradicate Hamas, and they're going to keep going in until they're done destroying Hamas. So this is not going to end. This is only going to get worse. Expect these attacks to pick up, and as they said here, expect many surprises in the near future. Okay, so we're going to be finding out what these surprises are. It's been relatively quiet over here with the Houthis lately, but something's bound to pop off here pretty soon, guys. So just wanted to share that with you. If you got something out of this, please hit the like button. And also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks so much for tuning in for this update. Everybody take care, and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.